Let's catch up with Dan Cammish. A couple of minutes with the man himself. We're at Knockhill Racing Circuit, as you can see, and this man qualified on pole here for 2018. So, Knockhill is a good place for you. You're here winter testing. Let's look back at last year, though. Your first pole, the emotion was so easy to see when you stepped at the car and park firmly. What was it like for yourself?
Yeah, it was a big moment for me. Especially having the one taken away from me at Brands at the start of the year. That sort of weighed heavy on me for quite a while. So it was great to kind of, finally sort of deliver that pole and on that expectation that I'd had of myself for a little while. And yeah, it meant a lot to me and also the team, just to kind of get over that.
Moving into 2019, it's your second year with Dynamics. It's your second year in the FK8. You must be looking forward to this. You must, after a good winter testing programme, be desperate to get going.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started. Last year was, it was all so new to me. It was a very steep learning curve, and yeah, after we're doing quite a bit more winter testing than what we did last year. I know all the circuits now, and I work well with the team. I know the car. It's a completely different dynamic, as it were, this year. So I think we got a very good chance in 2019.
Looking ahead, though, I mean, you got everything off your belt last year. You cleared everything. You got pole position and race wins. Was there a big release in that?
Yeah, of course. I think it was an interesting one. I think after Rockingham, I had a tough time at Rockingham, and I think in many ways I needed that. I had a very bad day. Got a bit of a slagging sort of in the press and off certain people. And to be honest, I kind of needed that because I came back so much stronger afterwards. There were so many people that were expecting probably way too much of me, whether that's because I'm in this team or maybe my record that goes before. But people were saying, when's Dan going to win a race or when's he going to get a pole? And it's like, well, not many people do in each season. I mean, Colin only won one race, and it was after Rockingham when Adam Morgan got his first pole in 5 years, and it's like, why are people expecting me to do it overnight? It's not that easy. And once I kind of reset and realised that actually in this championship it's not always, it's not always what I'm used to in terms of Porsche stuff where it's like best team, best driver wins on the day. It's much more complex than that. We've got to carry the weight. You don't know if it's going to suit you when you get there. Cars can be track specific. Once I adapted to that, the second half of the season, I was much stronger. What
circuits are you looking forward to getting back to for 2019?
I love here. I think probably this is probably my favourite circuit to drive. It's this or Brands GP in terms of driving the circuits. This is really enjoyable. You do most of the time you're smiling around here, certainly in the dry. And then Brands GP always good fun. Donington, those would be my top three.
Dan, always good to catch up with you.
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.